Hello and welcome to day 163 of Dungeon 23, the series where we make a room of a mega dungeon every day for a year. We are still on the goblin level, but we're gonna have a bit of a actual combat scenario here. And this entire building here is like a little observatory made of stone and metal, and the door's unlocked, and there's this big telescope here. And the actual big lens on it is perfect for the bathysphere. Take it off and put it as the window and it works perfectly. But it's 15 feet off the ground and it weighs 100 pounds. So getting it down is going to be tricky. It also doesn't help that there is a Nyogi in the room. More specifically, a Nyogi master. Now, if you don't know what a Nyogi is, it's like this alien, spider, aberration, psychic monster thing. A lot of people just say, oh, it's one of those generic slaver races, which, yeah, it kinda is. But it's more so like a wannabe mind flayer. Specifically the Nyogi Master. They have some warlock spells because they're basically warlocks. Dimension Door, obviously they have Eldritch Blast at 300 feet. A bunch of psychic psionic spells, which is to be expected for them. But they also have a really cool Enslave ability, which basically means they charm a creature for a day, and that creature can not take reactions while it's charmed in this way. However, if it takes damage, or if it's so far away and the day ends, then it can make a save and then try to break free. So if your friend gets, mind controlled by it, it's gonna turn on you, but you just slap him a few times across the face and he'll snap out of it, hopefully. Now, this guy is a bit special because he was brought here by the wizard, like most, in fact, all creatures here, really. On its possession, it has an amulet of proof against detection and location. Basically what it is a necklace that when you wear it and are attuned to it, it means you do not show up on scrying spells. You cannot be detected magically with things like locate, well, I guess plants and animals, because, humans are animals, I guess. Maybe it's only beasts. I don't know. Items you're carrying cannot be located with detect object. Basically, you're immune to divination magic. And obviously it's wearing it, so it's going to be attuned to it. It also has a solid silver tablet, which is worth 300 gold pieces. And it's engraved and etched with these really strange symbols. If a creature makes a DC 18 check, which I'll say maybe history or arcana, because it kind of depends on what you're going for thematically, to identify it as deep speech, which is the language of aberrations. It's spoken by Nyogi, Illithids, Beholders, Slot, I think, speak it. Also, these guys have telepathy too for 30 feet, although that's not super useful. It means it can communicate with the party, but it's probably just going to want to kill them because they bust into its house and it wants to not have its telescope stolen, I guess. But if a creature happens to speak deep speech, or if they use spells to be able to speak it, like comprehend languages or, I guess, tongues. I think tongues only works for spoken words, though. You just use magic to be able to speak it, and it's revealed that it is a journal of some kind. It's personal thoughts, and it basically details how it was on a spelljammer, which is basically these big alien spaceships in D&D for certain settings, minding its own business, doing slavery, which is what all Nyogi do because they're one of the few objectively evil races in D&D, minding its own business, being terrible, when a random old guy showed up, bamfed onto his ship, hit him over the head with a vase, and then he woke up here in this dungeon. And he's probably trying to get deeper in to actually kill the wizard who brought him here and get back to his ship, but the important thing is that he's in this room here trying to figure stuff out. And the final thing he has is a can opener, because I realized I did not give the prepper goblin a can opener for all his cans of soup, which is funny, and it's funny that this guy has it, so synchronicity, I guess. And that is basically the encounter here, just a thing they need to get deeper. I'll show 71 AC, or sorry, HP, and 15 AC, so that's how difficult this guy is. Also, he has multi-attack, so he does pretty decent damage, but once he burns through his spells, and he doesn't have high strength, so he's gonna be just basically tackled and knocked prone and grappled, and he's basically screwed once that goes off. But yeah, if you want to see more, then consider liking the video, commenting down below, subscribing to the channel, turning on notifications, all that jazz, so you can see these videos and recommendations more often. Or you can just come back tomorrow because this series is daily, obviously. And yeah, I apologize for the poor quality. It's not going to get any better.